Hello, dear friends. In this video, I'm going to share with you how to assign resources in ProjectLibre and at the same time be able to level resources using the same assumptions that I will be sharing with you. So I created in a prior video a theoretical network that's composed of 7 activities, and I have also created the duration and inputted that one, and then also created the Gantt chart by looking at the predecessor relationships. So this is a video that is a continuation of the prior one. We've already cleared the baselines, and then I'm going to save one just for the reference now for this particular video. And what we're going to do is input resources given the following assumption. So this particular resource identifies certain people in my team. And then in terms of availability, let's just put in a theoretical availability for max units of 20%, 40, 60, 80, and 100%. And then there's a theoretical hourly rate of 100 units of pay, 200, 300, 400, and 500. And so we're just going to assign these people randomly for each of the 7 activities for this network. So let me create and input the resources by going into the resource tab. All right, and then you can click the resource so that you can start defining them. So our resource persons we can enter. And then we have Barbie and Sam. All right. So you notice automatically ProjectLibre assigns them as work because they are individuals not doing work. And let's say, for example, if you have equipment, let's say a laptop, you have the option of assigning it as material. Right, so that's the difference. Work means actual labor that people put into the project, and material might be incidental costs because you're using another asset for people to perform the work. So we don't need the resource-based structure for the moment, so we can hide that, and then we can hide the email address. Alright, and then we don't need a group for now. So let's just assume that in terms of availability, this one is 20% increments, 20, 40, 60, 80, then 100. And so this one will be very important later on when we try to level the resources. And so our standard rates for this project is 100 units, 200, 300, 400, and 500 units of pay for every hour spent. So that's 100. And then this one is 200, and then 300. And then 400 and 500. And probably for the standard rate, let's say for the laptop, we just assume a rental of about 1,000 units of pay for a day's work. All right, we can just leave everything at that. And then when you go back to your task and then go into the assignment for the resources, you can just click on the line. So let's say 2, and then go to the resource and then assign to Ida. But here, let's just take a look at Ida as initially 20%. Okay. All right, and then click on activity 3, which is B. We can give that to Lorna. So we assigned her 40%. And then we can go to activity C. Fe is 60. You can assign that. And then you can click on activity number 5. And then this one goes to Barbie for 80%. And then you can go to activity E. This one goes to Sam. In this case, she is assigned 100%. She's 100% available to the project. And then we'll go back to Ida. In her case, it's 20%. And then we'll remove Lorna. Right. And then we go to Lorna, who's 40%. So you know that it is now successful because there's Ida there. So Ida is 20%. And then Ida is just given 4 days. All right. So the moment you move into the resource and you also check resource usage, you can actually take a look at hours. So I can insert not just hours but also costs. So I can look at costs. Alright, and this one is based now on the cost of the people assigned together with their rate and their availability. Okay, so if you take a look at Ida, she is assigned a total of 94 hours, and that's going to cost her 9,400. Okay, doing activities A and F. Okay, so the same is also true for the rest. So when we look at the tasks now, okay, and we do the baseline in terms of the reports. First, there's a resource breakdown structure, the RBS. So it lists down the activity per person. So Ida is this cost. Lorna is assigned this cost because of the task assigned to her. And then if you want to take a look at resource usage also, you can insert the cost there so that you can have an idea about the total amount of time that this person is working on for the project. Now, here's another one that you can use to see if you have resources that are either overburdened or you have resources or tasks that are under assigned. So that means there's objective work that needs to be done, but based on people's availability, only a certain portion of the work is done. So click on the histogram. And then let's say, for example, let's go back to the Gantt chart. Okay, so let's go to item A. So Ida, for example, is only able to do work for 20%. So here, based on the task, Ida is only able to do 4 days, but she's being asked to do 20% of her availability. So based on that, that's accomplished. But what's actually notable there is only 20% of the work is going to get done. So let's say, for example, if we try to take a look at Ida, the real work is really not 20%. Because she is 100% utilized because her limitation is 20% okay. But if you take a look at the work that needs to get done, and if we assign this 100%, for example, okay, we will also see. Okay, let's go back. So this one is originally at 4 days. So it requires 32 days. So if you try to take a look at AIDA now, 4 days worth of work, and AIDA's availability is only 20%. So if you look at 100%, that's the work that needs to get done. But AIDA's availability is only at 20%. So what are some of your choices here? You either increase AIDA to about 100% worth of work per day, or you can spread the work out. It's 20%. So if AIDA had 5 days, then she would actually need 20 days here. Okay, she would actually need 20 days here to get 32 hours of work done, given her availability. Or you can pair her with another partner in the team so that the other partner can pick off from the slack that the other partner is not able to work on, given availability considerations. Okay, so that's an example of resource leveling. All right, so let's say, for example, if we made AIDA 100% available, we can look at this one. Instead of 32 days, AIDA can be 100% available to the project. Okay, and then she can be assigned 100%. And that should be able to take care of the work. So if you look at her availability currently at 20%, that can be fixed at the resources level. And then if you take a look at AIDA, now you can give her 100%. Okay, and when you see that already, that's objective work that's being done at this point in time, ladies and gentlemen. And then in terms of the area of AIDA's availability and the work that needs to get done, then you have 100%. So that's an example of a resource that was leveled simply because we increased AIDA's availability. That is something that you can negotiate with your stakeholder or with her boss. Second, you can extend the time. Number 3, you can postpone based on agreements with your stakeholders and the rest of the team. All right. So this one ends the video, and in the next video, I will talk to you about earned values. Thank you.